Good afternoon. This is Nandi Hills Primary School, grade 6, and they are performing their practical, that is home science practical. Whatever they are doing is the cooking method known as stewing, and we put them in groups. Various groups are having different foods that are being stewed.
We're cooking some lentils and the potatoes, and they have mixed the with ingredients. Yes.
How does it look?
It's good.
Little painting will fire you. Potatoes.
They look appetizing. We're cooking some lentils and potatoes. We're using the stewing method. It's going. I think it's going to be good. And since we started, I had such a nice time.
No, we don't have anything. Thank you. I'm going to use to make the new.
Don't worry. Starting to make the decorations, cutting things for decoration, and there's also the apple. So we just.
Why decoration?
So that it can look appetizing.
We are having troubles with fire, but we're still trying to fix it, and we are catching on.
No. It's our group only. This is the tree, and we decided to cook for you potatoes and green bananas. As you can see, they're almost ready.
Yeah, and they really look tasty.
What?
Stewing method because it makes them extremely delicious and it makes them attractive. We peeled everything and we used ingredients like spices like simbambili, roiko, and what have you.
Safety measures.
These are the utensils that we use to chop the carrots, potatoes, and other ingredients. So we'll continue to peel the potatoes, as you can see.
It's for smashing garlic and others.
And corianders and other spices.
What's happening here?
Stewing food. You're stewing potatoes and peas.
Potatoes and peas.
Yes. And we added some ingredients inside.
Like?
Ingredients like ginger, garlic, tomatoes, onions, and carrots. All those. And also the stew should not be so thick or not so light. It should be medium.
Let's see whether it is medium. Do you like that?
Yes.
How do you make sure that it was not so thick or so light?
We should be careful when adding the soup, the stew. We should not add too much stew.
Did you have any problem?
We was having one problem for lighting a fire.
Oh, it was problem lighting fire.
Yes.
And now?
It was light and we are cooking stewed food.
Yeah.
I love to taste and eat potatoes. I cannot wait to taste sweet potatoes.
This way to test.
Yeah,
I'm the chairman.
Hi. I'm going away, yeah? Do you still have any questions? Which group is this?
Group 4.
Ah, wow.
Is it good or bad?
These are members of group 4.
Yes.
How do you like it? I'm already hungry. What did you do here?
this is a camera.
We lighted the jiko. Lighted the jiko.
Look up.
Then we lighted the jiko. Then we lit a jiko. Then we waited for it for some time. Then we put the sufuria and we left it for some time. Then we added the oil and we left it to turn into liquid. Then we added the onions and we stirred it until to golden brown. Then we added the tomatoes. We stir it and we
also added the capsicum and the coriander. Also we added the ginger and garlic. After it we stirred and then we came and put the
carrots. We had some challenges in front, but we made the food. We had some challenges initially, but now we've made our food delicious.
What was the challenge?
The chicken
Was difficult to light up. And now?
but now we've made the food.
Wow. All these are members of this group.
Yes.
How do you find your work?
It was
I can see you are already licking your mouth.
yes.
You cannot wait to test.
Yeah.
Oh, it means your work is great. Yes.
It's sweet. It's very sweet. Yes. We cannot wait to taste.
Looks good.
All right. See you. Hey, tell me what's happening here. Yes?
It's a way of cooking stewed meat.
Yes.
Technique called stewing technique.
Stewing technique.
Yes.
Why did you prefer to use this technique?
Because it's easy and doesn't need a lot of attention.
Oh, does not require a lot of attention.
Yes.
I thought frying was nice and easy.
It doesn't need a lot of attention.
But
The meat is sweet. It's almost ready. Now the ingredients, we used all the ingredients
like what?
coriander, salads, capsicum, onions, tomatoes, and many more others.
Yes. Did you find any trouble in this process?
No.
Oh, the others were saying they found trouble lighting fire initially. Did you find that challenge? Oh, that was great. It was very easy. How did you light fire so fast?
We used a special type of tree.
Oh,
It has like fuel.
oh, which lights
It's
easy?
used to make gas.
Okay, I see. I know that, but I don't know the name exactly. So let's see. Is it cooked now? Who is the chef?
The chef.
Okay, let's see what you have done. So this is meat.
Yes.
How do you ensure that it does not overcook, or how do you know it is well cooked?
Toast the food.
For how long should it take?
But not
30 to 15. Sijasema usafi. Sijasema usafi. Kuna watu wanataka kuoja. Ama huyu aonje kidogo?
Yes.
Aonje kidogo? Sawa, proceed.
How is it?
How does it taste? Good.
Good.
Wow.
How is the hotness?
Having beans and potatoes, and they have done it very well. They've followed the procedure, and they are almost done.
Yeah.
That's group 1. As we go to our next group, is another group, and I can see they've already completed. And this food method is a very good method because one, it requires less supervision during cooking because you can do as many things as you can with less attention to the food. Again, the food cooked is always delicious. And
They have done it. You can see. They have done it. So what is this? Stewed meat.
Yes.
Okay.
for your welcome, let me taste your meat to see if you've stewed it very well. Very delicious.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes.
You have not? All right. Which group is this? Group 5. What's up? You have so many food around?
Mixture of beans and potatoes.
What is this here?
Mixture of beans and potatoes.
Which year did you start with first? How did you start? Can you give me the whole procedure?
So we started to cut onions
Yes.
into small pieces,
Yeah.
and then we cut again the tomatoes into small pieces. Then we put oil into the sufuria. Then put come and talk.
This is 5. The first procedure, we sliced the onions into small pieces. Then we added it some oil and put it in the sufuria. After it turned its color to brown, we added some tomatoes. Then we fried the potatoes. Then we added some other spices and we let it cook for 10 minutes, and that's our procedure.
Stage did you mix the? Was it potatoes and beans? Yes.
Yes, we started with potatoes until the time it was, and then until the time was.
Haya, tosha. Chukua madama test huko. Anatumia. Kama imeiva. Imeiva? Lete tuangalie kama madama. Oh, you have to taste. Sawa, proceed.
Ryan.
Taste it.
Please, me just catch it.
Wana taste.
I mean
Malizia.
Anamalizia.
Hii si nitaanza kushiba na sijakula yote. It's nice. You've done good work. I have given you 90%. So it is nice.
Nutrients of the foods that are being cooked are also retained. So looking at it, it is one of the best methods of cooking food. So that group has completed. They are setting the table. Oh, this fire is one of the sources of heat that they use. It's a man-made. And they look for the firewood themselves. They lit it. And they observe the safety measures when lighting or when using fire. So they've done it very well. Wow. They are now at their finals. They are setting the table. Look at how delicious and appetizing. This is group 3, and as you can see, they've completed. They are setting the table. The type of setting is just wow. It is very delicious and appetizing. Even before eating the food, you're already ready to taste whatever they have prepared. So that's group 3. Okay. Yes. That's great work, group 3.
Thank you.
We are yet to see what you have prepared.
Yes.
What was your stew? Food did you stew?
Green bananas and potatoes. I used stewing method. The food is so delicious, and that method is so easy.
Mango juice.
Oh, it
Yes.
serves with the type of the food you have prepared.
Make it balanced.
Wow, wow,
Good work.
pretty
group 3.
good.
Good work. So these boys and girls have really enjoyed themselves. They've done it. They've been very creative, and all have participated and showed enjoyment as they cooked. Most of them even have never maybe done it at home, but they really enjoyed and participated fully. So group work was also seen. They worked together to ensure that one process led to the other. At the end of it all, we can see this is another group, group 4. They have also reached their finals. They're about to serve. They're about to serve their food. What was your food that you stewed?
Lentils and potatoes.
Tell us, I will say about the process. How was it?
It was good. It was fantastic. It was an adventure.
So how did you find the cooking method? How is it?
The cooking method is easy and it takes a less time to watch.
So how did you enjoy the whole process?
Yes.
So great work, group 4.
Thank you.
Thank you. Inside the serving bowl. Wow. Looks very delicious and very appetizing. Well done.
Thanks.
This is exceeding expectation. Very good. These boys and girls are really great. They have proven that CBC is practical and also very enjoyable. At the end of it all, learners become better than the other system because most of the things are done practically. So what I can say is kudos to the children and congratulations for having done it very well. Thank you. This is our last group, and I can see you've also reached the finals. You've set the table ready for serving. Tell us what food did you stew? Yes, Ruth?
Potatoes and peas.
Potatoes and peas. So how was the whole process? How do you find stewing as a method of cooking? So does it have an advantage or does it have many disadvantages?
And also delicious. Very delicious.
Very delicious.
Very delicious.
I like it. And it's very easy to make it and it's very delicious. Keep.
Wow. Great.
Good work. Another group. Wow. Is that meat?
Yes.
You stewed meat? That is great. So tell us about your process. How was it?
The process was good. It was enjoyable. I learned more than I thought that I learned. It even had me some of the techniques that I didn't know about singing. It needs less attention. It was fine. It was a fine method. I learned a lot. We classified ourselves so that we can make work easier. As we know that as teamwork, we get to do work and make the work to be easier.
It was not as hard as we thought, it was quite easy.
And the stewing method was easier than we thought. It was a method which needed less attention than the other methods. Let us take a seat.
Wow.
This was made in Egypt. You got it.
6. So they've also reached their final stage of serving. You can see how well prepared the place is, ready to eat. What was your stew? We've now come to the last group, and I can see they've also reached their last stage, that is preparation, so that they can serve the stewed food. So we want to know from them what they stewed. Now tell us more about your group.
We stewed potatoes mixed with beans.
So how was the whole procedure?
First cut the
Generally, how was it? How do you find?
fantastic.
How?
To cook.
What gives you advantage of this cooking over other, like frying or what have you?
Because it is much more easy and it doesn't take time at all. So the time we were preparing, we had a lot of fun and it was cooking, so it always was fun.
Wow, clap for yourselves.
Si wewe ndio ulete. Ndio tukianza tunakula wote.
Watu wakule. Haya, 3, 2, 1 and go. Smile, say cheese. Again, cheese. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Kula, kula. 3, 2, 1. Sema cheese. Sema, senente. Sema kule, tuone.
teacher for grade 6. I'm so grateful for this curriculum because they are making my learners to be more exposed and they are learning skills that will make them to be an all-round person as they grow. CBC should go on. The grade 6 are ready. They have already performed their NEC practical from science, and I have seen that the learners are really up to the task. They have learned how to make the stew. We've made the chicken stew, bean stew, potato stew, lentils and green grams, and they have gained the skills that will help them to be good citizens in future. I support the curriculum to continue because the learners are growing up to be all-round individuals who will be depended on in future.